Today is the rundown. We are live. It is December 21st, 2-1. Roger Clemens, December. What was that?
That was just, I'm ready. I was
Okay.
sending a tweet, now I'm ready.
Okay. Riggs is in for KFC. The rundown is brought to you by Montbo jeans, comfortable jeans. They've redefined the jean game. You want to spend $200 on jeans at the mall like an idiot? Do it. Knock yourself out. Or you can get 20% off if you click on this link below. Put in the code The Rundown, and then you're going to get $200 jeans for $95. You're going to get 20% off. It's a bananas deal.
Wearing them right now.
And they probably sent you 2 pair, and they said, we don't know, like that guy Robbie, the intern, who said his waist was a 32 yesterday, more like a 24. So you can get multiple sizes. Send them back. Montbo jeans, Montbo.com. Spell it out, MOTTANDBOW.com, 20% off for Stoolies. So get in the game, super comfortable. We're all wearing them. Also, Oaks and Cokes, shout out, always about the Oaks and Cokes and the Oak and Coke bar, the Oak Heart bar behind us. Let's get into today's subject. The number one story, we blogged it twice. It's going viral. A lot of different angles on this story. So it's a Delta flight. Guys started talking Arabic, and then they booted him off the plane because from what the story says, or what this guy says, and I guess Delta's maybe even confirming it. I'm not sure if that's true. You can't speak a different language on a plane. You have some people waving him off, singing na 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 na. Everyone's like, oh, bad luck for Delta. It's coming out though that this guy may just be a YouTube prankster who like stuffed himself in luggage the week before. So he clearly was trying to create a scene. I don't know if that justifies kicking him off. He kind of looks like Odell Beckham Jr. with the hair. So there's a lot of things going on. Riggs, you're our resident expert on worldly issues in Syria, so we'll start with you.
First off, I mean, if Delta's rule is that you can't speak another language on the plane, I love that. I mean, I've never heard that before, but that's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, I didn't know that. Like, I could have easily gotten caught. I don't know if you're trying to fucking practice for a test if you're in college or something. I don't really know, but I didn't know that. That's excellent. B, I mean, I don't know a ton about this guy, but just from my research, clearly trying to make a scene. So I have no fucking problem. Before I even got to the part where it was like part B, where he was like, oh, he's a prankster and he's done this, I was like, fake as shit. Like, these people were trying to get a bunch of attention, YouTube stars, so fuck this guy.
If this guy was pranking, doing a YouTube prank, he should never, ever, ever be allowed to fly ever again. Without a doubt. That is like the most fucked up thing you can do. It's almost more fucked up than a terrorist attack. It's faking faking a scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you're trying to do it, and again, this is one of those things, like I'm going to paint myself into a corner that I'll probably try to dig out at some point if you splice this up. Yeah. All right. Muslims, 99.9% of them, 99.999 get a bad rap. But if you're a normal white person on a plane and some dude just starts
making a scene,
like,
it's a scene.
Akbar on a plane, you're going to be like, get this motherfucker off the plane.
There's a difference between like speaking, if he's just speaking on the phone or to his friend in a different language, whatever.
Totally.
But if he's making a scene and actually trying to cause a scene, fuck this guy a million different ways.
Right, and the thing said he's like calling his mom and speaking Arabic. Like, dude, you gotta know. You have to know.
Right.
I can't be talking to my mom on the phone. Shoot a text or something, like an Arabic text. That's fucking fine. You can't be talking to your mom in Arabic.
That's actually English, no English. Talking on the phone on a crowded plane is a fucking
That's what I mean.
Move.
Like, you can't be talking to, and you definitely can't be talking
and
to
by the way, he had like a crew with him, and I'm sure they're all checking their phone. The goal was to have a white person like me sit there and be like, this motherfucker's blowing up the plane.
I mean, I'll
and then when you say this guy's blowing up the plane, it's like, oh, I'm getting persecuted. It's not. There's shit going on. Especially this happened yesterday.
I think so. Within the last couple.
It's holiday season. You can't fuck with travel holiday season.
Things just happen in like Germany.
Yeah.
Shit going on.
The Christmas attack and all
fuck
that.
This guy.
Well, and pranks. You know what's crazy is like, remember when Punk'd was like so big?
I love Punk, by the way.
Yeah, I love Punk. And everyone was like, Punk is kind of jumping the shark at the end. We were in the heyday of pranks because Ashton Kutcher actually put a little thought into it.
Yeah.
Now it's like, let's just go to a fucking black neighborhood and yell the N-word. Yeah. That's a prank.
Let's drive around with our windows down with a fake squirt gun that looks like an AK-47.
Yeah, it's a prank. I'm gonna go slap a chick on the ass. It's a prank.
Yeah. So all right, we're all in the same. Good to see. Fran McCaffery, Iowa coach, freaked the fuck out at the end of this basketball game. So basically, it looks like what happened is Iowa's up 11 against like North Dakota or something. North Dakota shoots, misses. Iowa gets a rebound, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They're holding the ball. North Dakota guy takes the ball and lays it in, cuts it to 9. I should have done the back research. I don't know what the spread was.
That point didn't count, did it?
What do you mean?
It didn't.
Yeah,
they didn't. No, they didn't count it. And the spread was 11. It ended on 11. There's something fucking up with this.
Wait a
game.
minute. What do you mean that didn't count?
The final. What was the final?
What did
of the
he?
game?
Did he get it? He didn't get it off in time or something like that.
I don't think they put it in. Did they count? Did they count it?
Basket was in with
But
plenty
did they
of time.
count it?
Lewis,
I know it was in.
Somebody?
I know it was in, but did they count it?
How could you not count it?
Because they sometimes will just be like, fuck it, game over.
But it was like 2 seconds before.
They did not count it.
Wow. Wait a minute.
That point would have covered the spread for they didn't count it. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the play-by-play. The game ends.
Can you pull up the actual play?
Yeah, I'm pulling up.
The actual footage.
Oh, yeah. Because the spread was 11, Dave. There's something real fucking deep on this one.
I'm stunned.
There's something real deep on this one.
This is. Are we the only ones talking about this in the country?
I honestly don't know.
Because forget Fran McCaffery. This game. All right, I already know what happened. I just put the whole puzzle together in my head.
And can I just say, by the way, we need to have a new system in place at Barstool when something like this happens. Like Trent isn't a bettor, so he doesn't know. But we need some kind of
This is Batman.
Send it through the gamblers to make sure that it's.
You have to run into a bat cave right now. This is a serious. This I already pieced this whole thing together. Now it makes a ton of sense. So.
Yeah, see, 84-73, and that was the final. And this is definitely off. He definitely had it off. I froze it. I even froze it. He had it off.
What we have here is a conspiracy that runs so high to the highest powers of Iowa basketball that I can't even begin to describe what we're dealing with. So Fran McCaffery somehow knew there was money on Iowa. That's why he freaked out, because there's no other reason to freak out and pull your team off and not shake. The scorekeeper is in. He went to the scorekeeper. That's why he rushed off the court. Said, "Do not count that.
Do not count this."
Because
I have big boosters who took Iowa, minus 10 when the spread came out. 10.5.
Fellas,
this is like the tip.
I mean, how the fuck is nobody talking about this?
I don't know. I read Trent's blog and I was like, "When's the part he's
I
going to
didn't
say
even bother.
that this is a conspiracy?"
I didn't even look at the spread because it was so obvious if that had something to do with the spread that would be the lead story. Shame on Trent, too. He may be in on it.
Actually, you're right.
Iowa's just one.
Absolutely could be on it. He's an Iowa fan. You can't trust him. Just throw the spread out for a second. Fran, this is a Coach K move. This is a classic Coach K move. Shut the fuck up about sportsmanship. I don't give a fuck about shaking hands and the play to the end of the game. Remember he did it with the Oregon guy when he was losing? Shut up, Fran.
Even the players were confused why he was mad.
Right.
So, and I posted a clip. Who was ever doing this before? I just tweeted and everybody was like, "It's the worst tweet you've ever done." Someone sent me the video and it was Coach K being an asshole, and I said the most classless, fake classy guy in the world. His student manager, and everyone's like, "Why'd you post it?" It's almost like they didn't see what happened. His student manager handed him a pen, but he slipped and it fell on the ground. Student manager went, picked it up, and then Coach K slapped it out of his hand again.
That's Coach K.
It was bananas.
That's Coach K. And then he'll do a press conference about how it means more than basketball, and he's just trying to mold young men and teach them how to be adults and all this bullshit.
Right.
And then when he loses,
guys on the other team,
he'll cry to the ref and he'll fucking hug Greg Paulus and fucking John Shire and all this shit, and they'll all cry and be little bitches. Fuck, dude.
The only thing about the difference is I don't think Fran McCaffery. I like Trent. He is a madman. I actually like Fran McCaffery.
Totally a madman.
Yeah. Michael Floyd, newest New England Patriot. So new video came out. Not the best look for Michael Floyd. He was obliterated on the side of the road. He fell asleep at a traffic stop and then just flat out could not talk. I mean, there's guys who can't talk, and then there's guys who literally can't talk. He couldn't answer a question. Not a good look, Michael Floyd.
No, driving drunk, definitely not cool. The one thing I will say about Belichick is he's almost reached the Trump level where nothing can affect him. So the fact that he's like, "Oh yeah, we grabbed this guy, he's got a DUI," and they're quizzing him about it, it's it just fucking bounces off him.
Yeah, and
he could say whatever the fuck he wants, and everyone's like, "Yeah, we'll take that answer. It's fine."
And I hope nobody's pretending like the NFL is the moral high ground of society.
No, and it
nobody
sucks when
pretends
people
to be
do that.
So I mean, I'm not even I didn't even go where you just went. Of course we signed this fucking guy. I don't care about DUI. Try not to drive drunk. Try not to fall asleep. And try not to be an asshole. Go catch some footballs with me. I'll see you in Houston. That's what I care about, Big Cat.
Yeah, and it also, I mean, if you're a team that if you can add one piece and it could make a difference, you got to do it. And I don't think fans or anyone should like, what are you going to do? It's the NFL. It's when teams like the Bears, they signed Ray McDonald a couple years ago who like beat every girlfriend he ever had. And the Bears sucked. It's like, this guy's not going to make a difference. If Michael Floyd makes a difference, Bill Belichick's never changed.
No.
He's winning. He just wants to win.
Yeah, so I have zero problem with it. The only times I would have a problem with it is if at some level, like which Belichick hasn't done, if he's like, we are firmly against DUIs and I'd never sign a player as a DUI, and then you sign one. He doesn't do that. Belichick cares what you do for fucking the 60 minutes that you're on the fucking field. That's all I care about. Demarcus Cousins. Quick, Demarcus Cousins. So he had a big game last night. I don't really pay attention to the NBA, but at the time this happened, he already had 54 points. So that's a lot of points. He went to Wolf. Who are they playing? Minnesota?
The Blazers.
The Blazers. Went to Wolf. Mouth guard came out. He got kicked out of the game. And then they brought him back because they said it was an accident. Then after the game, he just had this post-game rant, how everything's ridiculous. And I always go back to this. DeMarcus Cousins and Boogie Cousins are the same person,
yes.
Right? Okay. What do you got?
So this was actually another classic betting situation because we were here late, doing the whole show and pardon my take after. I went home, I had the Kings, and I was laying in bed refreshing, and it was frozen. And you're just like, what's going on? There's 25 seconds left, and it just stopped for like 5 minutes while this all happened. Boogie Cousins, this is him. I mean, he tried to fight a reporter, he didn't fight a reporter. He did his Ryan Leaf moment. Where he's yelling at a reporter a week ago.
Yeah. Well, the main thing I want to, if you're a ref, you can't kick somebody out and then bring them back in. Like, that's your move. That's like your power. That's your authority.
If you're a ref, you can do whatever you want.
I think what you got to stick with it. You got to be the guy that goes down.
You can do whatever you want.
That dies on that hill with your club. You kick a guy out, he's fucking out. You don't bring him back in.
You can do whatever you want as a ref.
I completely disagree.
That's the whole point.
I think that makes you look weak. I think you lose control. I think next time you got no authority. When you kick a guy out, he's fucking out.
I will say it kind of emasculates the ref who kicked him out.
Yeah, the ref himself brought him back in? But I'm saying, I
think other people, they went to the monitor.
Oh, well, that sucks, yeah, obviously. But I
think it's a shit look.
I mean, he fucking left.
Can do whatever he wants.
That's what I mean. He's like in the locker room.
And by the way, the announcers, all-time announcers, they just basically said this was exactly what happened to Jesus. Like, if you listen to the call, they're like, because they put him on the cross.
Resurrected him.
Yeah, I mean, they literally went on like a 2
That guy just needs to get out of Sacramento, man. He just needs to get out of Sacramento.
Who is Lazarus?
Lazarus, I'm not the religion. I mean,
no, Nazareth.
Yeah, Jesus of Nazareth.
From Nazareth.
Okay, I thought they said Lazarus, but I think it was Jesus all over
Jesus
again.
Of Nazareth.
Also, quick shout out. We talked about reporter stuff. Boogie Cousins. You know what doesn't get played enough? What should always be played, and it should be actually maybe a clip, whether it's a reoccurring soundbite in Pardon My Take or my serious show. What's that?
Give me a clue. Just say it.
You're gonna make a move, Bobby Bonilla. That clip of "Make a Move" is like one of the all-time reporters. That clip is Hall of Fame.
I thought you were going to say obviously my favorite all time is still the Jim Calhoun, Emeka Okafor.
I made a mistake. Butler. But the make a move from Bobby Bonilla, that's classic. Little Chicago Bulls for you.
Yeah.
Throw this on. So Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler sitting next to each other on the bench. Looks like Dwayne Wade. It looks like Jimmy Butler. You can't really tell who he's talking to, but he basically does like, who, and then looks like points at DWade, be like, him? You want him? The thing that made this is Gabrielle Union then Instagrammed or at both of them like, I'm crossing Jimmy Butler off my barbecue list, which is, you know what? I haven't thought much about Gabrielle Union. She has one strip scene in a movie that I fucking love and always thought she's hot. She's a little old. Went way up in my book for this line, like way up.
Well, it's the classic, she knows Dwayne Wade's probably getting some road beef going on, you know, but you can't do it in front of her face. And Jimmy Butler's got to know better. Yep. I don't know if it was actually, I don't know if he's that type of guy, so I don't know if he actually was talking to a chick.
Well,
but his answer of what he said he was doing made no sense, right?
Yeah, he was talking about the game
and
shit.
Defense or something. Like, who's got man to man?
Right.
Who would you be talking about like that?
I thought Butler came off as like a great wingman because at first you could tell he was like into the chick, and then he pointed like, "Oh no, you're into him," and then he didn't care. He was like, "Yeah, that's totally fine. Like I'll look at him too."
When you get so many chicks,
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't.
Fuck.
I guess I wouldn't understand.
Normal
that,
guys like us,
Dwayne Wade, like
jealous.
he doesn't. Yeah.
Right, like I would have been like, "Fuck you." I'm not like,
right.
No,
Picking,
you're like, I'm
picking
not
up
picking you up with my
chicks from the
buddies.
stands is like a 12th guy on the bench move.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade doesn't have to do that. Jimmy Butler doesn't have to do that.
Right.
Those chicks are waiting for them in the tunnel. They don't have to fucking look in the crowd or any of
Only
that
guys
shit.
who are like, I don't know when my next chick is coming,
Dude,
get jealous
Only
about.
guys.
Yeah,
that,
like I would have been like,
only guys that need to be seen with their jersey on to prove that they are an athlete.
Right.
Their avatar is always their picture as an athlete. That's
Those two do not give a fuck. It's like, you want him? I'll just take the next. It's like it's literally like an assembly line of chicks just falling off the end.
yeah, because he was like, yeah, that's fucking great.
Right.
So, like,
yeah. And I got to put this on the rundown. Shout out LeBron James getting absolutely fucking faced by Malcolm Bridgen from Virginia. Just a great dunk in your fucking grill mix. That's all. That's all I had on that.
That's a reach. I hate LeBron, but that's a reach.
That wasn't a dunk in his grill mix?
Not really. He was playing aggressive defense, and he was making a play that, like, most guys aren't even going to try to attempt.
We're back to Danny, defender of LeBron. Remember, you used to be a LeBron guy, sort of?
Dude, I'm telling you, we had this argument a million times. I'm not a LeBron guy, but these are the kind of moments where it's like, you're reaching.
I'm not reaching.
LeBron didn't get dunked on. He was trying to make a defensive play that most guys can't even get into that spot.
He got dunked on, though.
It was like a reverse dunk where he was flying across the.
He was right behind him. He got dunked on.
When I saw this, I thought he was going to get
like dunked on pretty good, but I mean, I'm not necessarily a basketball expert.
This was not
dunked on pretty good.
Dave,
Poster.
Thought he got faced.
Dave, I like when we go after LeBron. We need to save our bullets for real moments. This is not one of them.
He got dunked on. Let's put that on a poster and get it up here, actually, in this office. Post show.
He was sitting
We
here
had
the
Glenny
entire
Balls
time.
all show.
Glenny, let's go. Can you put your phone away? Oh!
Glenny Balls breaking news.
Coming back.
I'm sitting there. The verified Twitter account just followed me.
Oh my
And
God!
So just to recap, he was sitting there. We said, Glenny, we're going to talk about your escapades last night, sitting on the couch waiting, and then you get verified, so you left.
What a
but
day.
we have you. Glenny Balls, for those who didn't see it, what was the exact name of the bowl game again?
This is the last time I'm going to say it because this is fucking mouthful. So it was the Barstool Sports presents Part of My Take presents Boca Raton Wet the Beak Ponzi Scheme Awareness Bowl.
And it devolved. We had the Royal Rumble that over 20,000 million people watched live on Facebook Live. It was going really great, and then we had a wrestling type match for who could get
some plot twists. There was
gift,
some Jeff
a
Probst.
gift certificate underneath a stool. Probably not thought out well because it was sharp down there. And Glenny,
Floor's wet. Like it's a
The
little.
funny thing is, the drowning part was actually probably the safest thing we did.
and the drowning, which is, I don't even know how to get to that, talk to that. There's a bunch of different things, but Glenny Balls, in very Glenny Balls fashion, stole the show by almost drowning himself because he forgot to take a deep breath going into the water. If we show this clip, which we show, it's as confused as I've been in 2016 on what happened. 1, 2, 3, dunk. 1.
I noticed neither one of them took a deep breath beforehand.
Wait, time it. What just happened? I mean, wait a minute.
Wait. Let's go again. You got one false. Hey guys. Yeah. Hey, little pro tip. Take a deep breath.
What just happened? Time out. What just happened?
Glenny forgot to take a breath before he went in.
He was supposed to go underwater for 10 seconds. Glenny lasted maybe 1. And then
he had lasted 10.
Thought he lasted 10. He got tapped. He's like, was I under for 10? It's like, no.
Well, beforehand too, PFT had tapped me and been like, "Yo, you know CPR, right?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll learn it." And then when that happened, he legit looked at me concerned, like, "Riggsy, you're up. Like, we might need you."
He said he forgot to take the deep breath, and then we cut it to 5, and it was a scramble to find the gift certificate to Outback, and then blood everywhere. Next thing you know, Glenny Balls is just bleeding. 4 stitches. I took him to the emergency room with Lewis and office manager Brett. We went as a family. We were
It was
crammed
incredible.
in an emergency room
incredible.
together, all of us.
Yeah, no, we gotta see it before it goes in. Look at all the
Oh
blood.
my God.
All right, wrap that shit back up.
All right, it's like
wrap
this
that
one.
shit back
This
up.
one coming out.
Wrap that shit back up, buddy. Blood makes me pass out. Don't do that to me again, Glenny. That was gross.
We all gave our names. They're like, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? So we're just sitting there. Glenny Balls, I thought was going to pass out multiple times during this.
Yeah, a couple times.
Not
the stitches, the shots between my fingers.
Yeah, a lot of F-bombs.
A couple of fucks, a couple of Jesus Christs, saying God's name in vain.
I feel bad for David B, the intern that actually won the award. It was like in 2001 when the Diamondbacks beat the Yankees, and it was after 9/11 and everything, and everyone remembers like the Yankees comebacks and stuff, and they remember that as the Yankees World Series.
Who Adam Lambert, Survivor, who beat him in Survivor?
Right, exactly.
David Archuleta.
So
what?
No, yeah, David Archuleta.
Isn't that a football player, David Archuleta?
No, that's an old Rams guy.
He beat America. He beat Adam Lambert in American Idol.
David Archuleta? I don't think that's a...
But it's him or David Cook. I think it was
That's
David
what
Archuleta.
happened with Glenny Ball and David B will forever be forgotten in the history books because it was Glenny Ball's night.
But did you guys know that I was, did you say it on air that I was hurt?
Yeah, we're like, Glenny, Glenny, when you cut your finger...
Oh, Glenny, that was almost like you didn't give him the shine there, the way he asked that.
Glenny's like mad.
No.
It
I'm
was
saying,
like
did
the
people
scene-
know that, like,
dude,
you're saying?
It was like the
We
scene...
posted the emergency press
Yeah.
conference, too.
But I'm saying then David B would have then
Yeah.
had those 20 minutes before.
No, he
posted the
didn't.
press
He had no
conference.
time because we said...
He's like pissed that David B.
Glenny,
might have
when you got
some-
hurt...
No, I wanted David
It
B. to
was
get
the
to watch
scene
Beak.
from Saving Private Ryan when the medic gets shot and he's just like bleeding out and he's like, tell me I'm gonna be okay. Tell me I'm gonna be okay. That was you. You're like, I'm bleeding everywhere. I'm bleeding everywhere. It's like 30 people here. Like, we're not gonna let you die, Glenn.
I've never had blood come like out of me like that.
No, he was panic attacked. You were I could tell his finger, I guess you claimed was twitching like a dead animal. Like this is
Totally
how
was.
people
Not
die at the
claiming,
thing.
I'm
It was
never gonna use
twitching
my
like
finger
that.
again.
It was twitching by itself.
It was twitching, and he didn't like that.
I will say the emergency press conference, like zoom in on it when you unwrapped, was disgusting.
He
My-
was saying
I
he
did
didn't
not
like
see that
stitches,
coming.
even
That
though he'd
was
never gotten stitches. He was saying he didn't like stitches.
He saw the needle. He almost passed out, which I will admit it was needle was gross. One of my favorite lines is he looked at the finger. He goes, "My finger's fucking so fat, Jesus Christ!" Like because it was like swollen, but you may just have fat fingers.
Okay, I do have fat fingers, but it was actually up to the fucking marshmallow, man.
It was
a big
we
finger.
had everything. We were trying to take his mind off it. Brett he's like, here. He pulled up ESPN Go to show him like the score of the game. Like, just watch the game. Glenny, you were getting mad at Brett. You're like, just leave me alone, Brett. Just leave me alone.
Oh, we almost didn't get the over.
I know.
Glenny, you didn't even see how the over ended up hitting. It was a penalty saved us at the end.
You know,
I was here.
Yeah,
you
okay.
know how when you give blood, you don't watch. It's like rule 1. Glenny just felt compelled to watch all of it, and you could tell he was getting queasy.
Ow. I think we're in. I hope we're in. If not, I'm fucked.
Oh fuck, I'm Gucci, oh fuck, am I done? It has a touch. So it was a wild fucking
Four
scene.
stitches.
4 stitches. But I
stitches.
I will say, I'm going to defend my guy here. On the knuckle, that's a lot of stitches. Like, how many stitches can you get on a knuckle? He's also rattled. You see unusually like stunned that you wouldn't be able to bend. He asked 100 times, can I bend my finger? Can I bend my finger? They're like, no, because the stitch will break. You're telling me for 14 days I can't bend a finger? Rattled.
He said
by
to me,
that.
Dave, earlier today, he's like, I've tried to fist pump a couple times today and I can't.
Which hand do you jerk off with? All right, you're good.
Did you get any nudes?
I think 3 girls sent me a nude. Some guy sent me his ex-girlfriend. His ex-girlfriend was coincidentally the hottest one, though.
Oh, very nice. And by the way, the girls in this office,
Yeah.
I mean, step it
God
up
forbid.
a tiny bit. Like, send them
Would it kill you?
nudes. Then you send them nudes. We lead by example here.
Right.
You don't be
Hear
like,
that,
oh,
Maria?
send
the
Glenny,
tone.
send Glenny fucking
Set the
nudes to other
tone.
people.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
does that do? What is
You're a
tweeting
female,
to
Maria.
send? Right, exactly.
Yeah. You could say- it was a hell of a night, and also shout out to Caleb. I don't know how he did it. He got on the field.
The
and
trophy?
The trophy is in the hands of Western Kentucky. Our fucking stupid ass trophy. It's the Madoff trophy.
There were a lot of things going on. Also, I just had another. A shout out to like Barstool just coming. It's like the circle of life. It's like Simba and shit. Because no joke, this guy Glenny Balls is just
He's Hank.
a fatter Hank.
Yeah.
Like we had a super
fat Hank.
skinny Hank, and now we
Yeah.
have a fat Hank.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Like I've already done this emergency routine when Hank tried to. You want at least this? You were fighting for something. Hank tried to catch a drone out of the air.
He's just drone practicing.
Which
He's getting his drone skills up.
he literally tried to catch it out of the air and cut his finger flat off. I remember him coming in puppy dog like, oh, I cut my finger off. And we spent a day at the emergency room there when I could hear his mother being like, I don't trust that Dave Portnoy guy. I'm like, just tell her to relax. Nobody catches a drone. So right back and look at him now.
Yeah.
World-class producer. So
You're verified now.
verified.
You got Everyone's
go and
talking
follow
about
a
you
bunch of
play-
models and follow them back.
It was
so they
also
see
really
that I follow 'em.
It was also really funny when you cut your finger and Dave. I love this moment. Dave like turned to me and he was like, "Fuck! Like I'm actually the adult here."
Yeah, it's like
After the intern Royal Rumble
Yeah.
and drowning, you like had that like sobering reality. Like shit, I'm actually the boss. here.
Someone should do something. Oh, it's me.
Yeah,
I did
shit, fuck.
I did a quick scan, like
Yeah.
who's gonna take him,
Oh,
like who's
shit,
next. Like,
I'm the
I
adult.
think it's fucking me.
Yeah, I just went from refereeing a drowning contest to having to be the adult.
And last thing on a different note, I have to post this because, yeah, this is toot my own horn, but of my pizza reviews, it's my favorite moment we've ever had in the pizza reviews, where we did this place, Joe's Pizza Bar, whatever. First of all, a blind guy walked through the set, which was good in itself. But then we have an old guy literally throw out his back on cue in one of the most like serendipitous moments. The fact that we caught this, you gave 7 point. You can come on, just pizza review.
They're great pizzas.
Here you go. Take a slice. Take a slice. You want a slice?
I think you just threw out his back.
You just throw out your back.
I got a spasm right
You got spaz. Pizza cures spaz. Are you all right?
It's too dangling.
Flop. That's New York
And I
flop.
gotta get too.
Perfectly, he's saying, "Oh, I love that pizza. Ooh, my back!" And then he had a back spasm. So throw that clip in. I watched that late night, crying to myself in bed.
It's the blog world. You wake up every day, you blog, you try to get content. Every now and then, it's like Detroit Don and Superfan. After that happened, we talked on the phone for like 2 hours. Like, I can't believe that happened. Yesterday, the same thing. We watched that. We stood there talking for like an hour. Like, can you believe this happened?
It's just
so beautiful.
It's a lightning strike. There's no way. I mean, you can do that the rest of your life. To have an old guy
This is
literally
unbelievable.
throw
his face freezing.
and then he grabs his back, and he did it after it happened. I said to Frankie's like, "That's gonna be really funny," and we're both like, "There's no way we caught it." Like he just did it. Someone had the best line. Actually, I saw a commenter. They're like, I think Erica Nardini is starting to hire extras from SAG.
Yeah.
Like, because how else can you explain that happening at that moment?
And there was a blind guy who got shown up right before.
Yeah, I
like
know,
the blind guy would have made.
Blind guy should have been the
Blind
show.
guy would have been the show any other day. He got trumped
he got
by-
completely
by an
fucked.
old guy
Yeah, with
just
a
throwing
bad
his
back.
fucking back out. So crazy days. Tomorrow will be the last rundown of 2016. So tune in for that. Who knows what'll happen? I don't know how you top though. Yesterday will be a highlight day for us here. For
You can't. I mean, it's all
just too much shit going on.
just
Wild
came
day.
all together.
Wild times, fast times.
Yeah.
All right, that's the rundown.
Glenny, congrats.
Way to
That's
go,
huge,
Glenny.
bro.
So excited.
Now you can get more nudes.
Yeah.